Hello, hello, oh my. That's why they don't let drummers near microphones. It doesn't usually work out very well. Joey asked me today to come up and help introduce the next song and to talk a little bit about the picture that you're looking at right now. And some of you may recognize this picture if you have a Love for Jeremy CD that we're selling right now. And I'm not up here to advertise that, but this is on the back of the CD case. And there's kind of a neat story behind this picture that I wanted to share with you guys. We were riding around in the country probably about 2 years ago, about this time of year. And it was beautiful, just a gorgeous spring day. And we got out on the hill out there, out north of Braymer, on Whippoorwill Hill, way out north there. And looked back, and it was just a gorgeous sky and the color, and just amazing. And I told Jenny, I said, you got to take a picture of this with your phone, so she did. And when we got back into town, we were looking at it, and I noticed the two shadows that were standing there. And I said, you know, guys, that could be an album cover. 2 years ago, and of course, you know, it was a gorgeous picture, and it made me think. We didn't even notice the shadows until we got back to town and we were looking at it. And it reminded me of that Footprints in the Sand poem for some reason. I'm sure all of you remember from your childhood. But basically the story is, you know, looking back on your life, the times that you felt like you were alone in your walk, and you only saw one set of footprints, and you thought God had abandoned you. Quite the contrary, it was then that God was carrying you. And this picture just kind of reminded me of that, because the two shadows there, I believe, is Jenny and Kristen, but when I looked at it, it made me think of Christ walking with us every day. And, you know, some of the things that are going on right now, there are some people that are facing some really amazing challenges in their life and difficult times. And this picture just means that much more to me now, because I'm looking at this picture the other day, and actually with Jeremy, when these CDs were done, I stopped by and visited him, and I showed him this picture, and I said, Jeremy, of course he remembered the picture anyway, and looking at the road ahead is very, very rocky, and there's a lot of uncertainty ahead. As you can see, you go down the hill there into darkness. But the thing that always amazed me about this picture was if you look far enough ahead, the road is beautiful. The road is smooth. And, you know, we don't know what's ahead of us in life. We never do. But the one thing that we can take comfort and peace in is knowing that God is beside us. And if you don't think He is, you need to open up your heart and listen. Open up your eyes and listen. As funny as that sounds, sometimes God speaks to us, I think, daily with things like this, but we don't listen. We don't hear Him. And again, this is probably a little longer than Joey counted on, but a couple of weeks ago, we had the pleasure of going up and playing music with Jeremy, and I think all the guys here will attest to this. If you don't think God speaks to you, you need to be in a moment like that, because it was unreal. I couldn't come up with words that night. I just sat there like, you know, God is speaking right now. And the people that I was thinking of the most that night are the people who don't believe and don't think God is there and don't think there is a God. Because they need to see those kind of things. They need to see that God does exist and He does talk to us. And I always think of Terry's story about putting out the candle up here. Think about that all the time. We want God to do these little things to show us. You know, put out a candle. God's thinking, you know, I created the universe for you. And you want me to put out a candle? Come on, you do better than that. So, just challenge you guys today. Open up your hearts. Look around you. The beautiful sun, the things that you see out there, that's God talking to us. So, our next song is about You'll Never Walk Alone.